Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. जय जय श्री गांधी रूपी गिरिधारी चैतन्य महाप्रभु की सर्वविघ्नविनाश लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि बोल हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Welcome you all to Bhagavad Gita session day 2. Thank you, Prabhuji, for wonderful Kirtana. So today we'll learn about chapter 1, which is observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukṣetra. So this will cover about Arjuna's reluctance to fight because he has to fight with his own family members, and also Dhritarashtra's signs of victory for Pandavas he is observing on the battlefield. That's also is covered. Prabhuji will cover more in detail. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. So one more humble request to all, please. What I can say, can mute your mobile phones. I don't know, you'll be watching in the this thing mobile. So see that you don't attend any calls or anything in between. So let the focus be more towards it. Okay. Yes, if you have a laptop, it's fine. But if you are in mobile, see that you be more focused, turn on the videos, sit attentively, and please, to everyone have one book and pen so that any questions, just make a note so that you'll get the answers in the end. Okay. Now today is the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukṣetra. And I know you all know how to understand this divine knowledge because yesterday I had explained that is by prayers. So every day we'll be chanting this Mangalacharan prayers. So with humble mood from the bottom of our heart, praying to spiritual master and Krishna that some or the other reveal this transcendental knowledge within my heart, where I'll be qualified to understand this and practice. And today, who all have chanted along with me, definitely Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Cheto Darpanam Arjanam Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam. It is when we start chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the holy names of the Lord, the contamination within the heart, that is Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, gets vanished. Day by day, it starts vanishing. Then you'll be able to understand this divine knowledge. Okay, now first, let us start with the prayers. Please join the hands, hold your hands along with me. We all can chant. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swaminiti Namini Namacharya Padaya Niti Kripapadaya Gaurakatamada Nagramatarani Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girimet Prapatamaham Vandeshi Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya. So before starting, let us show our gratitude and thanks to our founder Acharya's Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So in today's first chapter, as usual, what I do, every session I start with a small story. And today I was requesting everyone to turn on the videos and show your attentive. And sometimes even showing attentive also, this material world is so strong. It drags our senses. And sometimes We call this material world as Maya. Maya is so strong that we think that, oh, we are very attentive. We are hearing well. But what happens sometimes? Our mind has gone somewhere else. And by the time the mind comes back, the session is gone. This happens. So related to this, a small story I'll say. Once in an ashram, there was a spiritual master and a disciple. And disciple was, his name was Govinda. So, and a spiritual master had to go somewhere. So he said that it'll take 3 to 4 years me to come back. So I'll give you an instruction that every day, peacefully you read this Bhagavad Gita. And that is the only instruction to you. Oh, he was a humble student of the spiritual master. He said, yes, my dear master, however you order. I'll see that every day I'll read this Bhagavad. So as usual, he was reading. One day what happened? He had 2 pairs of clothes. So he'll wash one pair and he will dry it. He'll have another pair he'll be wearing and he'll be reading Bhagavad Gita. So there was a rat has bitten the clothes off. It's another set. He said, this is becoming a disturbance for me because that one cloth has been bitten. Now he's having one cloth. So you have to wash, you have to wait for drying and then you have to wear. This problem should be solved. What to do? So I should get a cat for this. When the cat is there, the problem is solved. You don't have a problem of the rats. Yes, he got a cat. Now, for one day, it was okay. For the next day, what happened? The cat started making a sound. Meow, meow. Oh, he understood. Yes. Now, the sound of the cat is more than the rat. Then he understood. Yes. Now, the cat has to be satisfied. So he went for the cow. So now the problem is solved. Cat problem is solved. Now another sound came. Umba. The sound was bigger than the cat now. So what he has to do? He has to feed the cow. He thought, oh, such a big of disturbances. This, so I should get married. One lady, if she is there, she'll take care of all the household things. So he got married. Okay, now the problem is solved. Cow shouting has been stopped. What happens when you get married? Now the problems come in many varieties now. So wife started asking for many things, and finally she needed a child and many things like this. He became a perfect grihastha, a family man. He had 2-3 kids. He started leading his life in this, going for some job and getting whatever the needs of the wife and children. It started to happen. This after 3-4 years, the spiritual master came. He was shocked to see that his ashram is filled with some cow is there, cat is there, dog is there, children are playing, some lady is there, and one person was sitting under a tree. And he went, oh, my dear gentleman, I had a disciple by name Govinda in this ashram. Do you know where is he? As soon as he saw him, he stood up and gave prostrated obeisance to him. My dear spiritual master, it's me. I am Govinda. Arey, what are you doing? My dear master, I'm following your instructions. My instructions? What did I instruct? You said, peacefully read Bhagavad Gita. So to read peacefully, all this setup I have done. Then he asked, okay, where is Bhagavad Gita? Oh, Bhagavad Gita. Let me get it. He runs inside the ashram. That means long back he has touched the Bhagavad Gita. I don't know where the Bhagavad Gita is there. So just to follow the orders of his spiritual master, he spoiled whole life. Sometimes we also do these things. Let me be peacefully do something. We get more and more problems out of it. We search for solutions and we get more problems because of ignorance. That's why we need a spiritual master in our life. So how to solve? For every problem, there is a solution, and the solution will be one. Simple one example I'll give. For example, everyone have a different kind of attitude, different kind of a consciousness, or different kind of what I can say, swabhava, attitude, all these things, gunas, modes, everything. So everyone is having a lock. And this Bhagavad Gita is something like a key bunch with hundreds of keys. And it's only the spiritual master knows which key opens which lock. Even we having Bhagavad Gita of a bunch of keys, we cannot open the knot of our heart. We need a spiritual master. Clear? Okay, this is the message of today's frame. Okay, now we'll go further. And in this first chapter, what are we going to see? Scenario in which Gita was spoken. The all-auspicious Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord protects his devotees. Miseries of life. Okay. So every day we'll be having this such kind of an acronym. So which makes you easier to understand. And today's acronym is doubt. Just by the word doubt, you should be able to understand or remember what we have discussed in the first chapter. And second chapter will be Gita. And third chapter will be Tree, something like this, one or the other acronym. It will make you easier to understand. And today's acronym is doubt. That is Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana, omnious result, and uncertainty, bewilderment, and turning point. Okay. Now, this is the first verse of Bhagavad Gita. So let me chant. Recite the verse. Dhritarashtra uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukṣetre Samavetayuyotsavaha Mamagah Pandavaschaiva Imakurvata Sanjaya. It is Dhritarashtra uvacha. Yesterday, introduction helps us a lot to understand all these things. And Dhritarashtra is a blind person, isn't it? So what is asking here? Dharmakshetre Kurukṣetre. Before that, he's asking this question to Sanjaya. Why is he asking to Sanjaya? Who is Sanjaya? Sanjaya is the minister of Dhritarashtra and a disciple of Vyasadeva. Clear? So here he was, from birth he was blind, but now his sons and Pandavas are assembled in the battlefield. But he wants to know the information, what is happening in the battlefield. So he approaches Vyasadeva, requesting that, please give me the benediction that I should know what is happening in the battlefield. And Sanjaya was a disciple of Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva gives this divine vision to Sanjaya. And to receive this knowledge, to receive this divine vision also, we should be qualified. Without qualifications, you cannot achieve this, or you cannot be able to understand. Without chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you may not be able to understand what I'm saying today. But others who are chanting or with the humble prayers, praying to the Lord and spiritual master, definitely they'll be able to understand something. But a person in the tomorrow's session, and I will say that it's very difficult to understand in material knowledge. Through material knowledge, you cannot understand this divine things or transcendental things. Okay. So Sanjay was qualified. He gave this divine vision, and that divine vision was so supreme. You know this, when we see this TV, in a television, when we see some cricket match or football, somewhere they'll be playing in Argentina, Australia, or USA, somewhere, we sit here and see live. How could we see that? There are some 4 or 5 cameras. They're taking different angles. Oh, we are seeing that, oh, the ball is coming, he's striking, and this football match is running, taking the ball, something like this. But this vision is not the same. It is different. You can just something, you can have your understanding as there are lakhs and lakhs of cameras. That was the divine vision. Whenever Dhritarashtra asks the question, where is Bhima now? Sanjaya says, he is in this battlefield, he's fighting with him. Where is my son Duryodhana? Where is Dushyadumna? Where is Arjuna? He will be able to answer each and every question of Dhritarashtra. That was the divine vision that Sanjaya had. Even he was able to understand the heart of the people who's watching in that battle. Such kind of a divine vision that Vyasadeva has given to Sanjaya. Now, let us come to the verse. Now, Dhritarashtra is asking to Sanjaya. So he's questioning. This is the first verse, and this is the only verse in Bhagavad Gita where Dhritarashtra speaks. He says here, Dharmakshetre Kurukṣetra. You all know that this battle has been happened in Kurukṣetra. Mahabharata battle has been fought in Kurukṣetra. And here he is saying, Dharmakshetre Kurukṣetra. He's saying this Kurukṣetra as Dharmakshetra. Why? So there is a history behind this. That there was a king, yesterday I was saying that. So in Bharat Maharaj, after many descendants, it was Kuru Maharaj. I said tomorrow I'll say something about Kuru Maharaj. So Kuru Maharaj was such a righteous person, such a great devotee of the Lord. He was thinking something I should do for my citizens, for my subjects, something good I should do. What should I do? So whoever is in my kingdom, they all should get liberated after their death. So what should I do? I should make my land as dharmic, righteous. So what he did, he prayed to Lord Shiva and requested for Nandi. And he prayed to Lord Yamadharmaraj and requested for his, what I can say, buffalo, Ondrak. And he started cultivating the land with a golden big plow he was having and cultivating. Now all the devatas, 33 devatas and all the Indra, Chandra, everyone came. What are you doing? Said, I'm cultivating virtues in my land. The dharma cultivating. They started laughing at him and they went away. Then the Supreme Lord, Vishnu, he came. My dear devotee, what are you doing here? He said, I wanted to see my subjects, everyone get liberated from this material world. I'm cultivating my land to be virtuous place. So he said, how are you going to do this? He said, I'm going to cultivate the 8 virtues in this land. What is that? Tapasya, Satya, Kshama, Daya, Shaucham, Dana, Yoga, and Brahmacharya. In English, you can say as austerity, truth, forgiveness, compassion, purity, charity, practice for perfection, and celibacy. All this good qualities. Even Vishnu was smiling at him when he said, where will you get the seeds? For cultivating land, you need seeds, he said. And Kuru Maharaj said, my body is there. That means think how great personality was he. All the virtues, all the good qualities was in his man. Then Vishnu said, okay, let me help you. Then he just stretched his left hand. Vishnu through his chakra, he cut the left hand and he made small pieces like seeds and started cultivating. Then he gave his right hand. Then he gave his left leg, right leg, one after the other, one after the other. Finally, only the head was remaining. He said, my dear Lord, please take my head and let me cultivate this land. And the Lord was very pleased by the activities of this Kuru Maharaj. And finally, by his boon, by his blessings, he came to his normal body. And the Lord asked him, what boon you need? He said, my land should become a great land, virtuous land. It should become a Dharmakshetra. Sure. That's why the Dhritarashtra is saying Dharmakshetra. Then he asked, okay, you ask another boon, what you need. Then he said, this place should be called in my name. That's why the place is called as Kurukṣetra, because it is Kuru king. By his name, it is Kurukṣetra. Now, Dhritarashtra is saying this. Kurukṣetra is a Dharmakshetra. What is the effect of Dharmakshetra? The Pandavas are virtuous persons. Definitely, it will be favorable to the Pandavas. That is the fear is having now. So he's saying, Dharmakshetre, Kurukṣetre. And just how it is favorable. For example, simple example. When you are a lawyer, you go to the court. Very easily, you can just argue there. But I'll make you to come to a hospital and do some operation. What will happen? You don't know which is knife, which is needle, where to hold, what to do. Because it is not your place. It is not your field. But if a court, you can do. And the same way, if I take a doctor and make him to stand in the court, what will he do? What to argue, which law book, what to do? Nothing he knows. The same thing here, the land of law. It is Dharmakshetra. It influences Pandavas because they are virtuous. And he is scared of it. He knows very well my sons are definitely not virtuous. They are adharmis. Then see the mentality or the mood of this Dhritarashtra. Then he says, Samaveta Yutsavaha. The both have assembled. Who? The Pandavas and the sons have assembled. Now he's saying, Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva. He's separating. He's having the mentality of partiality. He's separating the Kuru. See, Pandavas also belong to this Kuru dynasty. But he's separating them. They are Pandavas and my son's Kuru. So this partiality is there. When we have such kind of thing, this is all what I can say, adharmic attitudes or the demonic kind of natures. This is what we have at present. Okay, let us go further. Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva, Kima Kuruvata Sanjaya. What did they do? Is this a right question? For example, you go to a hotel, somebody, I'm explaining that, okay, some Ajit Kumar Prabhu has gone to the hotel today. He has ordered, 2 friends has gone, they've ordered meals and 2 plates, the server came, kept 2 plates of meals. Then the other person was eating. What did they do? After the meals has come, what will they do? They'll eat. The 2 persons who are assembled in the battlefield, what will they do? They'll fight. But why he is asking this question? You can understand the mindset of this Dhritarashtra. He is very scared that this is Dharmakshetra and he wanted the battle to be fought. There can be any compromise because it is Dharmakshetra. You don't want that compromise to happen. The battle has to be fought and Pandavas has to die and his son should inherit the kingdom. He should become the next king. That is his desire. This one verse gives so much of information. Can we understand all this in this verse by reading ourselves? No. That's why we need a spiritual master. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Guru is a person. Who is Guru? Who is a spiritual master? Not everyone can be spiritual masters. Spiritual master is a person who is having another spiritual master and who is the slave of that spiritual master, who is the servant of that spiritual master, who is serving and on his orders he is delivering this message. Then he is a qualified, what can you say, Guru. That is called parampara. I should have a parampara. In the 4th chapter, it comes and explain that. So it is a parampara. Then Shastra. Shastra, both all the acharyas and the Guru should speak the scriptures. Scriptures is the base. I have to refer to the scriptures and give the references of scriptures. Then that information, that message becomes authorized, authentic. Clear? So definitely we need a spiritual master to understand this divine. Otherwise, just reading, nothing you could understand. Okay, let us go further. And today's topic will be seeing Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana, the Dhritarashtra's mindset and Duryodhana's mindset. So Dhritarashtra was doubtful, fearful, and partial. We discussed that. And Duryodhana, diplomatic and fear. You see, doubtful about the outcome of holy place because it is Dharmakṣetra. So he's thinking, what will happen here? Kurukṣetra is a sacred place of pilgrimage. Actually, even the Devatas come to this Kurukṣetra for performing their ritual things. Because it was such an auspicious place, so it is more favorable than the Swargaloka. All the Devatas used to come. So such a virtuous place was this Kurukṣetra. Then holy influence, compromise. Because of this influence, they might compromise, but he don't want this compromise. So he was fear and he had this kind of attitude. Then Dharma, law of land. Another fear. Pandavas are virtuous personalities. So it might have some influence them. So all these doubts he had. And partial to his own sons. Only his sons as Kuru and not Pandavas. Definitely nowadays we can see only such kind of mentality of within each and every one. Isn't it? All are partial. Then mentality of me and mind. Okay. Then life lesson. What we learn from here. Material security and resources do not guarantee success and fearlessness. Make a note of this. Whatever opulence you have, how much ever great you are, how much ever wealth you have, never ever it can guarantee you the success and the fearlessness. Without Krishna, without divinity, without the Supreme Lord, nothing you can possess. Whatever the wealth you have, it becomes a waste at the time of death. Or even disease or even old age or whatever the problems we have. Nothing helps. So it cannot guarantee us the success or the fearlessness. Yeah. And the life lesson too, when the individual becomes self-centered and is primarily interested in selfish gain and personal aggrandizement, then fear, anxiety, and disappointment are inevitable. Make another note. This is our life when we are self-centered, when we are selfish. Nowadays, always say this. In those days, one family, what happened? Okay. In those days, one family means in one house, there was more than 30 to 40 members. Great-grandfather, grandfather, father, and father had so many brothers and so many sisters all in one house, and so many children were there in one house. Today, only 3 members, 3 or 2 members. And they also, you can see always, every day they'll be quarreling. Me, mine, isn't it? Because self-centered, selfish. And what happens by this? Fear, always. I might lose my position or something with this. And anxiety. What is next? What is next? And definitely disappointment. You can just see the example up here in the picture. What is happening here? The small girl is seeing her beautiful face in the mirror. Oh, she is very happy with it. And she's having a fear, inner fear. What is that? Sometimes my beauty might lose. It gets diminished. So she's in anxiety. And definitely one or the other day, it will diminish. Disappointment. To each and everyone's life, this is the truth. And we wanted always to be youthful, always beautiful, which is not. Because of our ignorance, wrong, what I can say, ignorance or wrong understanding, wrong knowledge. We don't know how to see the truth. That's why Shankaracharya says, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mityam. We don't know this terminology of the Sanskrit things, so we may not be able to understand. Anyway, in coming days, I'll explain all these things. So, really, material appearances or material things or being self-centered, these are the things we have to face in. Okay, let's go further. Then Duryodhana's action. You can see here Duryodhana, diplomacy and inner fear. One verse speaks so many things, Here, Duryodhana is speaking to his spiritual master, Dronacharya. Not only Dronacharya, there are many others also there. He's saying this. Pashyaitam Pandaputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Vyudam Drupadaputrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. What is he saying here? Pashyaitam Pandaputranam. Oh, my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. It was actually Dushtadyumna. But he's saying here, instead of saying Dushtadyumna, he's saying son of Drupada. Why? Because actually, Drupada and Dronacharya were friends in their childhood. They had some quarrel in their life. He's just pinpointing that, the mistake that you have committed in your life. So actually, there's a pastime behind this. There's a history or a pastime. So in the Gurukul, where Dronacharya and Drupada were friends, so just as a childish talk, Drupada said, if I become a king, I'll give you half of the kingdom. He just gave a word. And after that, after Gurukul, they came and Drupada was a king. So he became a king. But Dronacharya was a Brahmana and he was very poverty. He was not able to feed milk to his son Ashwatthama. So his wife Kripi requested, why can't you go to your friend and ask for a cow? And he remembered, yes, my friend has given a word that he will give me half of the kingdom. Let me go and ask. He went in an assembly and he started asking that, so you are my friend, you gave a word that you'll give half of the kingdom. Okay, now why can't you give me a cow? In this very egoistic thing. And the way he approached also was not right. And it was with a filled assembly. So it was something like an insult to the king, Drupada. Then he chastised him like anything. He said, you're seeing me as a friend. Friend are always equals. You are such a poverty-stricken Brahmana and I am a king. How can we be both friends? Just don't get the words that we have discussed in the childhood. This we insulted him, he sent. Later part, he had this grudge. So he came to Hastinapur. Then he started training this Pandavas and Kauravas. And after that, later part, he asked as a Guru Dakshina that they have to get this Drupada to his feet. Then first it was Duryodhana, they went and Drupada is not an ordinary person. He is, what I can say, disciple of Bharadwaj. He knows this Chakravyuha on many things. So it was not able to defeat him. Then later part, it was Arjuna who went. He just broke all the Chakravyuhas, everything. He entered the palace. He just tied this Drupada, brought him to the feet of his spiritual master, Dronacharya. Then finally, Dronacharya, he said, see, you would not keep up your word. Now your whole kingdom is at my feet. But I'll keep up the word. So half of the kingdom will be given to you. You go. And half of the kingdom, he made Ashwatthama as king. But this grudge was within Drupada. Then he made a special sacrifice, yajna. In that yajna, he got a son by name Dushtadyumna. The yajna purpose itself was to kill Dronacharya. Then how could we go to Dronacharya? Because his disciple Arjuna is standing. So he needs a girl. Where, for example, he needs a daughter where who will get married to Arjuna and Arjuna will become the son-in-law so that he'll be able to cross him. That way, Draupadi also came in that fire. Draupadi and Dushtadyumna. And in those days, he was searching for the perfect martial art or a spiritual master. Other than Dronacharya, there was nowhere such qualified personalities. And finally, he took Dushtadyumna to Dronacharya as his disciple. And Dronacharya knew very well that this is the person who has taken his purpose of life itself is to kill me. But he showed the quality of a Brahmana. He accepted him as a disciple. And he just imparted all the knowledge, even the knowledge how to kill him. This is the quality of a Brahmana, not a person who's just having a thread on his body, he'll be a Brahmana. It is by the qualities. Is always, each and every moment is dependent on the Lord. He don't think that I have to possess something. Whatever you give to Brahmana, always he will be poverty-stricken because everything he just gives in charity. That is the quality of a Brahmana. Each and every moment is dependent on the Lord. So he's not scared here that Dushtadhyumna will kill me. Hare, Krishna is there to protect me. If anything, death comes, definitely it will come one or the other day. If it has to come through Dushtadhyumna, it will come. So in that way, he just imparted all the knowledge to him. That incident here, Duryodhana is showing that you have committed a mistake by your ignorance. Now, please don't repeat it. This is the way he is approaching to a spiritual master. That is the attitude of Duryodhana. This all is happening because of his inner fear. Was seeing the army of Pandavas. Just by 7 Akshoinis, they have arranged in such a wonderful way that it is equivalent to the 11 Akshois of Duryodhana. Yeah, you can see the diplomacy. Duryodhana, although mentioned as king, goes to the commander. Then asked for everyone's support for Bhishma. Actually, you have to read this chapter. Otherwise, I cannot explain each and every verse and try to make it complete. So before coming to the session, you have to read. Then he asked, he says another word here, aparyaptam. One more word comes in the 10th chapter, 10th verse. Like, what is aparyaptam? Aparyaptam is a single word having 2 meanings. Aparyaptam is immeasurable. And he says to everyone that, see, Bhishma is the chief of our army. So our strength is immeasurable, very great, it's immeasurable. That should be the understanding of Bhishma. He's just like glorifying Bhishma. Another understanding to all the others. It is immeasurable because he's an old person. The strength of us is very immeasurable, very small. So you all have to help. Each word is having 2 meanings. That is the diplomacy of Duryodhana. Now we can see such kind of person. Many, each and everyone has such kind of qualities. Very diplomatic. What we speak, how will I get profit? How will I be benefited by this kind of talk? The same truth, we just twist there and here and say this because I should be get benefited. Definitely this will not last. Here, material knowledge is different than spiritual. Or divinity is different. Okay, enough here. Points of Drona's mistake. We saw this. Steady names of warriors on both sides. First he says the warriors of Pandavas. Then he thinks, if I say about the opposite party, our party will become weak. No? So he started glorifying our this Kauravas party also. We are also having Maharati, like Bhishma Dev, Dronachari, Baba Bhishma Shah, he says. Then many things we should read the book so you'll understand. Then envious of Bhima. He was envious of Bhima from the childhood. He tried to kill him in the childhood itself by giving poison. But what happens when we have Krishna's merciless? Nothing. The whole world stands on one side. Me alone standing at the other side. If Krishna is with me, nobody can do anything. All the 33 crore devatas stand against me also. Nobody can do anything when the Supreme Lord is with my side. Bhima was fed with a poison, some Kalakuta poison, and he was thrown into a sarovar, to a lake. What happened? By the mercy of Krishna, he went to Nagalok. Their Maitri and their relatives. So they gave Amruta. And that Amruta, one bowl, is 1,000 elephant strength. He started drinking that. You know how ferocious this Bhima eats. So he started eating and then he got 10,000 elephant strength. He came with the 10,000 elephant strength back. Sometimes we think that in material we have to kill this person, but when he is being blessed by Lord, he comes back more stronger. This is what you can see. That is why divinity or Krishna consciousness must. Without Bhagavad Gita, there is no life. Please make a note in a bold letters. Without Bhagavad Gita, there is no life. Okay. Then support for Bhishma. Then you can see the next topic is omniscious results. You know this? We say bad omen, good omen. In those days, now we have become so, what I can say, modernized. We don't believe this. In those days, each and everything, the cat used to come, they say, "Arey, this is a bad omen. Let us sit for a while, bring a glass of water, and then they'll stand." It is all truth. And there's a crow coming and something happening. Oh, there's so many, even when you study this astrology, you'll come to know this. The predictions happen just by the omens. So actually, nature shows what is going to happen. And during the tsunami also, you know that all the birds and dogs and animals, you predicted that there is going to be tsunami. All the birds started flying before earthquake or before tsunami. We are so ignorant, we don't know that. And those days, they have such a high vision that even in astrology, today they're saying that there are so many planets and so many things, so many nakshatra, stars, everything. Without any instrument, they were able to see them through the naked eye. That was their vision. When Krishna is in our side, when we are Krishna consciousness, we don't need any additional things. Our qualities will be so superior. Okay, let us go here further. Signs of victory. Now you can see the signs of victory. Religious faith, Krishna's personal presence confirms victory. Transcendental conchal, presence of Hanuman, Lakshmi Devi, goddess of fortune, Agni Deva's chariot given to Arjuna. There is one pastime behind each of this statement. It was all omniscience results. It is showing that the victory is definitely to Pandavas. Why? Because first thing is the religious place. And definitely Pandavas are virtuous. It will be influential to Pandavas. Then Krishna's personal presence. Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayak, the Supreme Lord in the sight of Pandavas. How could someone face the Lord and win against him? It's impossible. The victory was already destined, that Pandavas are going to win. But foolish people like Duryodhana cannot understand. What like me? We are like Duryodhana. We think, Bhagavad Gita is not required for us. We don't need any Krishna. No need to chant Hare Krishna. You foolish people, useless people do that. We are very modernized. We are very intelligent people. We know how to work like donkeys from morning to night. So why do we need this kind of things? This is our knowledge, isn't it? Yes, sometimes truth is little bitter, no? Okay, then transcendental conchal. And the conchal was transcendental. Okay, next slide, you'll see. When Bhishmadev started blowing the conchal, it is said as Simhanadam. It was something like roaring like a lion. But there was no impact on the Pandavas. But once Pandavas started to blow the conchal, all the hearts of the Kauravas started shattering like anything. Because there was, before the start of the battle, they were scared. Simple example I'll give you how to understand this. For example, a kid of age of around 10 years or 8 years is crossing the road. What happens? He's so scared. There are so many two-wheelers are coming, trucks are coming, car is coming, both the sides it's coming. He has to see left, right, very scared he's crossing. And just imagine his father is with him. He's just holding the hands of his father. He is least bothered whether it is a two-wheeler or a truck or whatever. Why? Because my father is there to safeguard. He will cross this road. That is the faith, or that is the thing that Pandavas had, because the Supreme Lord Krishna was in their side. But Pandavas had, Duryodhana's side, they had 11 Akshoinis. Scared because the Supreme Lord was not there in their side. Clear? Then presence of Hanuman. Hanuman was on the flag of Arjuna, and there's a pastime behind this also. Once, when Draupadi Devi asked for a 1,000-petaled lotus flower to Bhima, he just goes to get it. Is in Kailash. From a river it comes, he goes to get that. And he was just going in such a force, he will not take a right turn or left turn. If a tree is coming in between, he just uproot the tree, throw it, and he'll go. Because he's had 10,000 elephant strength, just imagine. And all the wild animals in the forest were scattered here and there, seeing the force of Bhima. Meanwhile, what happened? There is an old monkey lying down, sleeping with a long tail. Saw this, me being such a great personality, should I cross this tail of this monkey? He said, the monkey, oh monkey, take out your tail. Monkey said, I'm very old. Please, you can just kept aside and you can go. I said, what? I should take your tail and keep aside? He thought, let me take the tail and rotate the monkey and throw it. He put his left hand. He was not able to lift. In his right hand, he had the mace. He just kept it side. He tried in both the hands. He was not able to lift and he just fell down. He understood it is none other than Hanuman. He gave post-trade obeisances to Hanuman. Then he requested him. Then finally, it is a big story, just I'm making it very short. Then Hanuman blessed him that I'll be in the battle. Where I'll be? Who is Hanuman? He's a devotee of Lord Ram. Wherever the Lord is there, I'll be there. And he'll be in the chariot of Arjuna. So I'll be sitting on the chariot in the flag. And how will I help you? When you start roaring in the battle, your voice will be with my voice. I will also roar, and the voice comes. And it is said in the battle, many who fought with Bhima, just by his roaring sound, they just broke their hearts. Heart attack, they just fell dead. No need to fight, just his roaring power was so much, because the voice of Hanuman was mixed with the roaring sound of Bhima. That was the boon Hanuman gave. And wherever there is Hanuman, there is victory, no doubt. Because you ask for Sanjeevani, you'll get Sanjeevani Parvata to you. That is the power of Hanuman. Then Lakshmi Devi, another story here. Lakshmi Devi, goddess of fortune. Where there is Lord, Lakshmi Devi is there. Goddess of fortune is there. How could there be any defeat in our life? Isn't it? So when Vamana Dev, when he goes to beg to Bali Maharaj, he requests to Lakshmi Devi. Where is Lakshmi Devi? Lakshmi Devi is always sitting in the heart of Sriman Narayana. You can see in Tirupati also. You can see Lakshmi in the heart of Lord. So he requested to get on, because I have to go and beg. She said, never ever I'll leave you. You can cover me. Okay, he took a chadar and he covered his this thing. He went for begging to Bali Maharaj. And Lakshmi Devi is thinking, my Lord is the creator, is the supreme, Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka. And he is going and begging with someone. How great personality that person might be. Let me see, she'll peep outside. And that is the time where Shukracharya will see, Lakshmi Devi is sitting in that. That means this person is not an ordinary Brahmana, he is Lord Vishnu. Then he says to Bali Maharaj not to it's a big story. So just a small incident to say that never ever Lakshmi Devi will leave the Lord, and Lord Krishna is there. That means goddess of fortune is there. Then there is no defeat to Pandavas. Then Agni Deva's chariot given to Arjuna, and this is a special chariot where you cannot see any defeat sitting on this chariot in all 10 directions. Once Agni Dev in a yajna, he drank more, what I can say, ghee. So he was not able to digest. So he requested Arjuna that this Kandava forest had so many medicinal things. You just feed me this, so that by that my indigestion will be cured. So actually it's a big story where there Takshaka was there, Mayadana was there, and many big story. Then Arjuna helped by burning that Kandavana. Then he was very pleased. Agnidev gave this chariot to Arjuna, a special chariot that never any person who is sitting on this chariot will not see defeat in all the 10 directions. So all this omniscience results show that victory is to Pandavas. Before the battle started itself, they are assured that there will be victory. Okay. Sagoshodhartharashtanam rudayani vedharayat navascha pritavim chaiva tumulo bhayano nadayan. The blowing of these different conch shells became uproarious, vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. As I said, because Krishna was not in the side of Duryodhana, so all their hearts were shattered before the battle begins. Then shattering of hearts, Kauravas' hearts shattered. Pandavas, no shattering of hearts, confidence in Krishna, because Krishna is in their state. I already explained this. I gave the example of crossing the road. The kid is with his father. He is not at all scared. The same way, because Pandavas with their supreme father, Krishna, they don't have any such kind of fear. Then, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdaraha, Yatra Shrir Vijayo Bhutir Dhruvani Matir Mama. This is where Sanjay is saying this is the last verse of Bhagavad Gita. So, just to get the essence, I made it here. Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion. Sanjay is saying to Dhritarashtra, the final conclusion. My dear Dhritarashtra, you wanted your sons to win, but never it is going to happen, because Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Krishna's presence and the great archer Arjuna's presence. That means the presence of the Lord and the devotees. Never there can be any defeat. Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. So when we become a devotee, definitely there is the presence of the Supreme Lord within our house, within our heart, within our tongue, by chanting the holy names. In this way, our life becomes auspicious. Automatically, you can see the opulence, the victory, and extraordinary power, whatever. And while chanting, the very first quality you get is the Vakshuddhi. Your words come true. You sometimes going somewhere, you think, "Arey, it is something like rainy. Oh, let the rain stop till let me go to the house." The rain will not come. The rain which is coming, it stops. And something you give some boon to others, that you be happy. They will be happy. This is how many times we go to some brahmanas, we go to their feet, take the blessings. Why? Because they are chanting this mantras, they are chanting the holy names of the Lord. They have the Vakshuddhi in their tongue, because Lord is reciting in the tongue. Whatever they say comes true. Clear? Now, when you try, very sincerely you start chanting, even our words become true. Vakshuddhi. Okay? Clear? Now let us go further. Life lessons. Because lack of time, I cannot extend. One slide, I can speak for 1 hour. So much of information will be in this. Okay, our faith on Lord Krishna determines our degree of fearlessness. It's very clear. Pandavas were fearless because they are completely dependent on Krishna. Krishna says, "Ye tamam prapadyasatam sadai bhajamiham." How much ever you surrender unto me, that much you will be protected. There is no other thing. You don't have any doubt in this. You just surrender to Krishna. He will. That's what in the last instructions he gives. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam raja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mukshayishyami mascha. You can be the sinner of the sinners. Even then I'll see that all your results of your sins has been washed and you will be given moksha. You'll be given liberation if you surrender unto me. Give up all your duties. I know you are useless. You cannot do your duties anything perfectly. So you give up everything, not a problem. You just surrender unto me. I will be there to protect you. What else we need? Krishna is giving such a kind of promise to us. Yeah. Yes, definitely when there is Krishna in our side, there is no need to be any fear. Okay. Now let us come to the topic. Uncertainty. Now hesitation to fight. Now the rasa is changing in Arjuna. So long he was a great archer. He's ready to fight. Now Krishna wants to give Bhagavad Gita to us. So he is changing his disciple to become such kind of, as we are now. He's changing his attitude, his understanding or his intelligence, everything accordingly, so that he will become fearsome to fight. Why? Why this is happening? The next topic comes here. Just after this slide, I'll show you. Tan samikshasa kaunteya sarvan bandun navastitan kripaya parayo vishto vishidanidam abraved. When the son of Kunti, Arjuna, saw all these different grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion and spoke thus. He became very compassionate. He said in the very beginning, "Yes, let me go in the middle of both the armies. Let me see, have a good plan how to fight. Who are all standing where? Let me notice." He went there. Krishna knows very well. Where did he go? He went exactly in front of Bhishmadev and Dronacharya. He made to stand there. Hare, my spiritual master, my great grandfather, who is there in front of me. How could I fight with them? Yes, bewilderment, swajanam. Here the problem starts. This is called bhavarog, the disease of skin. We also do the same thing. It's just, I'll say an example just to understand this. The rasa is changing here to Arjuna, who was such a brave person, Just seeing them, recognizing them as his spiritual master, his great-grandfather, his brothers and his children, his friends, everyone is standing in the opposite team. Now he has to fight with them. Seeing all this, he's bewildered now. This is the thing that happens to us. For a small example, I'll say. For example, think that you are in house, your father, your husband, your brother, someone has gone out. Just in another 5 minutes, there is a call. The watchman or somebody calls you and he says, "My dear madam, this your brother or your whoever it is, whoever it can be." So you just try to cross the road. There is a big truck. There is a great accident. What happens? You may not be able to hold your phone also. Your words get slipped. You cannot speak. And the same thing, if the same phone call comes and the security says, "Yes, somebody, a new tenant had come to us, no? He will try to cross the road, a truck has, there's a small accident or a big accident, something." Then very casually, "Oh, is it? How did it happen? Oh, whose mistake was it? It was the truck person or this person, what?" The same thing happens to somebody who are intimate in our house or somebody relative. What happens? You're not able to be in such situation. This is Swajanam. This is Bhavarog. Clear? This is how we start in us. We start relating everything bodily relations. Clear? You can see the life lesson. Arjuna decides to take shelter of Lord Krishna when he was in a bewildered state of mind. Now, question to us. We are also always bewildered in day-to-day life. What is our situation? Are we taking shelter of any spiritual master? Any guidance of a guru can guide our life? We not. Then it's our ignorance. When one lacks an understanding of his spiritual identity, his relationship with God, and the critical purpose behind this world, what happens? One inevitably becomes disturbed and frustrated by life's challenges. We want to do something in our life, and that never fulfills. He gets disappointed. And there's so many challenges. Always stress, stress. Why stress is coming? Because we don't know what to do, because we are lacking with the understanding and the knowledge. We are not able to recognize who am I. Tomorrow we'll be discussing more about this. So who am I, our identity and our relationship with the Lord. And what is the purpose of taking birth here? Purpose of our life. We are not animals. We are not dogs and cats. Only to eat, sleep, and mate and depend. No. If that is the purpose, then why should we take the auspicious human body? Human life is not required for that. No? You can live the life of cats and dogs. So without Bhagavad Gita, you cannot be a human. Including me, not only you, it's me also. I led the life of animals. Then after taking Bhagavad Gita, now at least I'm trying. I don't claim that I'm a human being. At least trying to become a human. Without this basic knowledge, never you can be a human. Okay. Now see, in Arjuna, turning point. What is happening? Limbs quivering. He's not able to take his Gandiva. Limbs are all just shivering like. Then mouth drying up, he's not able to speak, mind reeling, unable to stand, Gandiva, bow slipping, skin burning, body trembling, hair standing on end. All the symptoms comes when we have a Bhavarog, Swajanam. When we have something related to this skin, for example, mobile. The same mobile which gives us the happiness in the very beginning. Oh, very beautiful this thing. 32 megapixel camera is there, that, this. And just after 3 months, 4 months, you'll get another mobile, which is 64 megapixel. The same mobile, which gave happiness, now it is giving sorrow. Just seeing the mobile will just drop this. It's only 32 megapixels. I should have been purchased the other thing. Isn't it? We purchase this mobile for happiness, and the same mobile is giving sorrow. This is what happens in this material world. Because of our lack of knowledge, we don't know where we get this happiness. In coming days, tomorrow I'll say this, where we get this happiness. Now the question has been raised here. Arjuna is saying he's decided not to fight. And he's giving so many excuses and reasons. Even when we have such kind of Swajanam, we'll also plenty of excuses. No time, no that, no this, and many excuses and many reasonings. And many questions arises. Yesterday I was saying, actually human life starts with Atata Brahma Jignasa. We should have a question. Why have taken birth here? Actually, it should be in a normal state. But when we have challenges, problems, then we raise. Why have taken this? Not only this is a question, many other questions. Why this Shurpanaka became my wife? And she will be thinking, why this Ravana became my husband? And other child will be thinking, this Hiranyakashipu has become my father. How will I lead my life? And other daughter or somebody will be thinking, this Putana has become my mother now. How will I lead my life? So many questions. Somebody gives us the problem. No? We'll have such kind of questions in our heart. When it is happily, something is going on, we'll be very happy, isn't it? So same thing, Arjuna. He was very brave to fight. I'm a great archer, best in the world. So he wanted to plan. Krishna made him to stand in front of his spiritual master and great grandfather. Now just see the picture. He's tapping, said, I cannot fight. My spiritual master is there. My guru, my great grandfather, my friends, all are there. I cannot fight. See the questions of Arjuna here. If anyone say this is a wrong question, let's see. Perfect understanding. What is the reasons he is giving? Compassion. Shouldn't we show compassion to our spiritual master and great grandfathers who are taking care of me from the birth? Is it wrong? Something wrong here? No, it's perfect. And then loss of enjoyment. Definitely. Hey, see, in my house, there are 10 members. I kill everyone. Will I be happy? No. Are killing our own relatives, our great grandfather, spiritual master? How will I be happy? Loss of enjoyment. Perfect, no? Then fear of sinful reaction. Definitely, after killing them, what happens? I'll be getting the sin. Don't we get sin by killing someone? Definitely, we'll be getting sin. So Arjuna is very perfect. He's saying, no, I cannot fight. Then destruction of family life. See, his intelligence is going to such a long extent. He's saying all the males have gathered here. Now, all the females are in the house. If everyone are killed, what happens? Varna Sankara. Who gives the protection to the female then? Then they'll become irreligious, unrighteous. Then the production of Varna Sankara will happen. See all the valid questions here Arjuna is asking. Is it not? Right. Tomorrow you can see Krishna answers all these questions. Then you think, yes, all these questions are wrong now. When we be in the material platform, we think this is right. Once you come to the spiritual platform, you understand this. When you get the superior knowledge, you think, this is very inferior. Why did I, so many days I was thinking in such a way? That's what happens to us when we take this Bhagavad Gita. At once you start transforming your life. You'll become so brave. Even an ordinary person like, see, Arjuna is not able to fight now. He's fallen. Once after this Bhagavad Gita, he roars like anything. He is ready to fight. Vachanam karishye tava, says in last. Krishna, whatever you say, that is ultimate to me. I know what to do. I'll just do. This is how we become after this Bhagavad Gita. And now we can see here 2 types of tolerance. Emotional tolerance and spiritual tolerance. So see, this emotional tolerance, spiritual tolerance, you will not be able to understand, showing weakness due to various attachments. And you are following Krishna's order to uphold the dharma. But I'll give a small example to make you to understand this. This is my personal experience also. Okay, just think there's a father and he's having a small kid around age of around 1 year or 8 months, something like this. And he's suffering with a fever. His body is burning. So now he goes to the doctor and doctor checks and it's a very high fever temperature. So you should do a blood checkup so that you can find what is this. Whether this is a chikungunya or dengue or some typhoid or whatever. Okay, he goes to the nurse and asks, what are we going to do now? We'll take the blood from the body of the child. How will you take? She will show a needle, a big needle she throws. And the child is crying with pain, with the fever. And she'll say that the child will be having small nerves. Will hold the nerve in the hand, take this needle, penetrate into the nerve and suck the blood. Just a lovable father will allow this to happen. And she says, if this is not possible, when the nerve is very small, we'll catch hold of the leg. And from the leg, we'll penetrate this needle into the nerve and there we'll take. If it's very lovable father and an ignorant person, what he says, oh, now itself my son is struggling, is crying with pain. Beyond that, you're going to needle him and give more trouble. No. I don't need any checkup he'll take. This is emotional tolerance. And the next, spiritual tolerance. A person with full knowledge, what he says, oh, this is the thing he does. It's fine. Now, definitely my son is crying. By pricking him with the needle, he'll cry more. Still, you'll know what disease is having and how it has to be cured. Then I can save my son. This is spiritual tolerance. Taking voluntarily austerity, taking the pain for the ultimate benefit. You're able to understand? Then what happens in this small example which I gave? What happens here? The result, a person, the father who took away the son without any checkup, it might be some typhoid, anything, he might even lose his son. But other person was brave, there can be any pain to my son, but it has to be cured. He saved his son. So this is how it happens to our life. We want to just get satisfied with our small things in our life and we lose our ultimate goal. So Bhagavad Gita teaches what is ultimate to us. To achieve this, definitely there might be some struggle or some pain, turning on the video, sitting for 1 hour, hearing attentively. All it is little bit pain only. Ultimately, it gives a nectar. Nectarine. Okay, last slide. A chill pill from Bhagavad Gita. It's very simple. Do you have problems in life? First question, do you have problems? Your answer is no. Then why to worry? If you don't have any problems, then what is the need to worry? Be happy. Okay. Now your answer is yes, I have problems. The next question arises. Do you have solution for it? So the solution, yes, I have a solution. Then why to worry? Work on it. There is a solution, work on it. And your another answer might come, no, I don't have solution. Yes, for some problems, there may not be solution because I've lost my grandfather, I've lost my father. Then no solution. You cannot get another father and keep. So for that painful things, no solution. Then why to worry? Understand, yes, there is no solution to my problem. Yes, face it. It's very simple. Be patient and depend on Krishna. This is the message of clear. Yes. And this is overview of first chapter, D-O-U-B-T, doubt, under the acronym doubt, the Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana's mindset, the omniscience result, the uncertainty, and the bewilderment, that is Swachanam, and turning point, where Arjuna is giving the reasons not to fight or the excuses. We'll see in tomorrow's class where Krishna answers all the reasons for the questions that Arjuna is raising. And then tomorrow you'll be thinking, oh, it's perfect. What Krishna is answering is right. But now today you see this, yes, what Arjuna is questioning is also right only, you know. What's wrong in it? Isn't it? Yes. Okay. So what is tomorrow? Tomorrow another important session it is, where we speak about our identity. Who am I? How do we manage stressful situation? I hope everyone is stressed now. So tomorrow you'll be stress-free by the message of tomorrow's message. Okay, then who am I? We'll understand who are we. Then 2 types of dharma. Once you understand this, we'll have 2 responsibilities, 2 dharma. And what is that? And how should we go through our duties, our responsibilities? Then permanent happiness. Everyone needs happiness. But what is the permanent happiness? Tomorrow we'll see. Okay, and from today you'll be having the quiz link. Just after the session, there is a quiz link. Right after the session, you attend the quiz. And whatever the marks is there, no need to worry. Let it be 1 mark, 2 mark, and 10 questions will be, and it is MCQ. Just choose among the 4. That's it. It's very simple. It's an exercise to use so that, and finally you'll be given a certificate. Online certificate will be given from ISKCON. Okay, that you have completed this 18 chapters. Yeah. Yes. But my request, each and everyone should and must attend. Okay. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And humble request to all, please do chant 1 mala at least. That is 108 times. Definitely you'll see the difference. You'll see a huge transformation in your life. You'll become something like, as I was saying, the example of crossing the road, you'll become fearless. You'll be free from anxiety. You'll be free from disappointment because you are living a life of reality. Clear? Please do chant. Okay, now this is a reference from the scriptures, Kalisantana Upanishad. Every day I give 1 reference so that to make your faith strong. Not that this is an ordinary human being, not that I am saying and you have to accept it. It is the scriptures. It is the scriptures. It is saying, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashakanam Nam Kalikalmashanashanam Nataro Parataro Praya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyati. This is from Kalisantana Upanishad. It is said, it is Lord Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma is saying to his son, Narada Muni. Actually, this Kali Yuga, we are all Manda Sumanda Madhya. We are all left, what I can say, very less lifespan. And we are unfortunate souls, very quarrelsome, and Manda, very lazy, and many good qualities we have. Okay, this is the Kali Yuga products. So here Narada Muni is going to Lord Brahma. His father is requesting, this Kali Yuga are all Manda Sumanda Mati. How will they save their life? Please give them something. Then Brahma says, Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Iva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, 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 Gatiranyata. In this Kali Yuga, it's only one solution for all the problems, that is, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hari Nama. He says that, Hari Nama. Harer Nama, Iva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, 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 Gatir. Anyata 3 times it says there is no other alternative, there is no other alternative other than chanting the holy names of the Lord. Now, he is asking, there are millions and millions of names of Lord Hari. So which mantra should they chant? Because first of all, they are all very brilliant. They cannot search in the Vedas completely and take a suitable mantra to them. So then Lord Brahma suggests this Mahamantra. That is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When he says, Iti Shodashaka Nam Nam. Shodashaka means 16 syllables. Mahamantra. Iti Shodashaka Nam Nam. Kali Kalmasha Nashanam. This is a mantra which vanishes all the Kalmashas of this Kali Yuga. Kali Kalmasha, the contamination of this Kali, will be Nashanam, vanished by this mantra, by chanting this mantra. Nataro Parataro Paya. There is no other alternative. There is no other way other than this. Sarva Vedeshu Drushyati. Even you search all the scriptures, all the Vedas, you cannot find a better mantra than this Hare Krishna Mahamantra for this particular Kali Yuga. Here, see, there are many other names and all the names are the same strength, equal strength with the Lord. But here our roga, our disease is different. So the medicine is different, very clear. This is Kali Yuga roga. We have a Kali Yuga disease, but that is Hare Krishna Mahamantra only. Clear? Yes. And this is our Lakshmi Narasimhadev. Singadev ki jai. And this is Gandharvika Giridhari. It is Srimati Radharani and Lord Sri Krishna. And their name is Gandharvika Giridhara. Okay. And now any questions? Can please raise your hands. So meanwhile, let us first know the announcements. Then we'll pick up the questions. Meanwhile, you all can raise your hands. Whoever is having any questions. Okay. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for wonderful explanation. So first we'll cover how to attend this quiz and feedback, Prabhu. I'll share the screen and explain that.
Yes, Prabhu. If you do little quickly, it will be good, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. So you will receive a quiz link. This will look like this when you click on that. So first you need to enter name. And this name should be the one same as you want on your certificate. Okay. And enter your mobile number. And your email ID.
And the same email ID so that the certificate will be sent through email.
Yeah. So after entering these three information, click on next. You will get all the questions here. So I'm just randomly selecting. So you will get certificate irrespective of your score. Even if you score 0 also, you will get a certificate. But the thing is, you need to attend the quiz every day, mandatory. So once you select all your answers, you can go next. And there are some optional questions are also there.
Yes, yes. Please do hear attentively what you have to do here. Okay. Yes.
So these are optional. You can answer based on your understanding. And once you enter the information there, you can submit. So you can check your score here.
And this is important part. You have to check your score. And Prabhu has got 2 marks.
Yeah. So this is my score, 2 of 10. Okay. And you will also get to know which questions you answered correctly and which questions you did not answer correctly. So we'll refer that. Okay. And no need to attempt again and again. So once you attempt it, that is fine.
And that will be considered. If
that will be considered.
In time also it will not be considered.
Yeah. And you need to note down this score so that you can enter this value in the another form, which is feedback. Okay. So here you will enter your name.
Same name, what I have entered there.
And, mobile number. Okay, here this score you need to enter. So I scored 2, right? So I need to enter this score here. And you need to enter 1 for chanting 108 times.
I request Raju Prabhu to take out that slide. No need to confuse them. The 108. Okay.
Yeah, so you need to enter one once you complete one round of it. Okay. So minimum expectation is one round per day. So if there are any questions, you can ask. If there is any feedback about the session, you can share that here. And after that,
I request each and everyone, if you have any questions, please ask. And at least the feedback. I need everyone to give the feedback. Anything good or bad, it's fine. Any improvisation to be done also you can say, or anything good also. So in good things gives us inspiration, and any improvisation helps us to improve better. Okay. Yes.
Now we can take questions. So all of you can raise your hand in one go so that we'll get to know how many people we need to answer rather than waiting for others to complete. Okay. And please switch on your video while asking the question. Thank you.
Santosh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, if you allow me, can I ask you two questions?
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, first question is about the conch shells which have been blown in the battlefield, and we said that many warriors, when they had blown the conch shells from the Pandava side, the heart of those in the Kuru side, Kauravas, they shattered. Prabhu, on that line, even Bhishma Dev, he had blown the conch shell. He was a pious person, though he was standing in the side of.
Not only a pious person, he was a Mahachan. Out of Mahachans, he has one who has understood the ultimate absolute truth. Great person. Yes. Yes.
But when he is blowing the conch shell, we don't say that the hearts of the Pandavas or the soldiers, at least, those
Why will it shatter, Prabhu? Because Krishna is there.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything which has to reach the Pandavas, it has to cross Krishna and then come.
Yes, right.
Yes. Anything that negativity will be filtered there. No need to. So let it be Bhishma, or even the 33, even Lord Brahma and Shiva comes there. It has to cross Krishna to reach his devotees.
Yes. So the second question was with regards to the certificate that you have mentioned. I wanted to know how this certificate is going to help, or what is the exact use of this certificate. This was point one. Point two is, though this is an early question, then too curiosity has developed. What after the 18 days course?
Definitely, Prabhu. Never ever this is, I'm going to end this. So you will be given a good association. There will be a continuation of a chanting session, and every day one verse, Bhagavad Gita. And this is only your, what I can say, it will be your choice. There's no compulsion or anything. Already we have such kind of groups where every day it's going on. If you are interested, and this is very early to answer this, I think.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. But the truth should be there. First day or the last day should be there. And the spirituality is mornings.
Right.
Not nights. So night is to accommodate you all, because you are not able to wake up in the morning. Just I want to do this. As I said yesterday also, yearly only one I'll do in the evening sessions. And that's all will be in morning. So morning chanting session also will be in the mornings. Where you'll be given an opportunity to attend there in the mornings. So you can have a good association, and there'll be a personal guide to you. So how to progress in our spiritual life, how to transform our life, how to become a beautiful devotee. Forget about devotee, be a beautiful human being, first thing.
Yeah.
All those things will be trained from. Some patience, and you have to just go on with this.
Okay, because I got the link of evening session, so I joined for the evening session.
Yes. Now I'm doing evening session, Prabhu. Now I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Because after this, I'll be doing one more Kannada session also.
Okay.
A request of many, just only one session. Kannada and English I'll be doing in evening. Okay.
Prabhuji, can we have the links for the morning sessions, like Japa sessions and all?
I'll give you from the 12th session. I'll just give to everyone, so that you'll give an opportunity before completion of your session. At least you can attend in the mornings. You'll know what is happening. Like things. Okay.
Prabhuji, one last query, if you allow me, because there are others in the queue, so I don't know whether it will be right for me to continue with the questions.
Yes,
but Prabhuji, at the same time, I'm reading Bhagavatam. I started with Canto 1. Text 3 is where I am stuck presently. In text 3, wherein 12 rasas are being described.
Nigama kalpataror galitam palam shukamukad amrutadra samyitam pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhurho ratika bhavi bhavakaha. right?
Yes,
Wonderful.
Prabhuji, yes.
So when you recommend, when it is recommended to take Bhagavatam is, it's after the completion of Bhagavad Gita.
Right.
Somewhere, Prabhu, very simple. This Bhagavad Gita is something like school studies till 10th standard. And Bhagavatam is graduation. So
Right.
we are sitting in first standard and we are taking the books of degree or graduation.
Right.
Able to understand this stuff. There are 12 rasas. So Shanta rasa, Dasya rasa, Sakya rasa, Vatsali rasa, Madhuri rasa. Apart from that, there is another 7 rasas. So
Yeah, Bhaya rasa and all.
Many things.
Prabhuji, one query related to that. One sentence is there in the purport which says that these rasas are exhibited between man to man or animal to animal or spiritual being to the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yes.
And there is one more line which says that these rasas cannot be exhibited from man to animal or from animal to man. Now, this is the point where I am stuck, Prabhu, because...
Yes, you should be stuck, Prabhu. Yeah. So here, just by hearing today's class, I hope many are bewildered. What is that?
Yeah.
Life we have left so many days, something Prabhu is saying, no life without Bhagavad Gita. Now itself they are bewildered. And by your questions, they'll get more bewildered. More than us. Okay. You will have little patience, Prabhu. Little patience. All the answers will, all the questions will be answered. And Krishna will reveal us. When once we get qualified, we take more and more shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord. Everything will be revealed. Okay.
Yes. Thanks a lot, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, next, Mahalakshmi Mataji. Mahalakshmi.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Yes.
Very beautiful session. Feeling very nice and refreshed. As it suggested in the morning itself, I started doing the japa. Sometimes when your stories are so beautiful, we really get engrossed. But sometimes when you go with the flow, your volume gets reduced. So sometimes not able to hear. So that was
everyone have one weakness, no?
Pardon?
Everyone have one weakness. One or the other weaknesses definitely we should have. Otherwise, we are all not perfect, no? With that emotion or with that flow,
yes,
voice gets dropped down.
Yes,
so many have said this as a feedback, but what to do? I cannot do.
No problem. Just
I try my level best to do that, Mataji.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Beautiful session, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Okay, thank you to all. Any other questions, you can raise your hands or else we'll wind up. No questions? Okay, I thank each and every devotee who has assembled in today's session for your valuable time. But make sure that this time will not go a waste just by hearing and leaving it. Just some useful should be in our life. Start chanting. By chanting, you'll be able to understand as it is. Not understanding as it is. As Krishna is giving the message, the same thing will be revealed to us. Please do start chanting. Okay, from today, if you are not chant while I was chanting, at least now you can chant. Okay. So, and raising the hands, I request everyone to raise at once because this is in the mornings, at least it's okay. However long it goes on, it's fine. But at least in the night, it shouldn't take much time. I don't want to take everyone's precious time. Okay. So if you have any questions, at once you can raise your hands. Okay. Thank you. Thank you to each and everyone. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Thank you. So now you'll be given the option to unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself and say once Hare Krishna and leave the session.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Rama. Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Shivraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mahalakshmi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Devika Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Nagi Reddy Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Ashwini Mataji,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Saket Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Rama Vadapalli, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Vasant
Krishna
Prabhu,
Prabhu.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Mataji also, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Ishwarappa Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna to all. Thank you. Raji Prabhu, Chandrasekhar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Raju Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Sanat Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you all for joining the session. We'll continue tomorrow with chapter 2.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
You can end the session, Prabhu. Okay, you can end.
You are the host, Prabhu.
Yes.